solve that numericals, and then we'll come to some questions. Okay, so question number 4. So first one, question number 4. Certain force acting on a 20 kg mass changes its velocity from 5 meter second to 2 meter second. So calculate the work done by the force. Okay, so there will be some force and the mass they given, and due to that force some velocity will be varying. So calculate the work done. So first one, you have to write that given values. Okay, so what are the given values? So first one, we have to know that mass they given. So mass equal to 20 kg. Okay, so mass equal to 20 kg, and velocity changes its velocity from 5 meter per second to 2 meter per second. That means u equal to 5 meter per second. I will take 5 meter second inverse or meter by second. So v equal to 2 meter per second inverse. Okay, so what they asked what is that work done. Okay, so they gave mass, and due to that some force, they didn't mention that force. Okay, so due to that force the changes in velocity occurs. So what is that work done due to that force? Okay, we generally know that work done equal to m force into displacement. Am I right? Okay, so force into displacement, we know that m into a into s. Okay, so m a s. So mass they given, acceleration, what's that formula? Acceleration v minus u divided by time. Okay, so yes, displacement they didn't mention, and in that acceleration time they didn't give. Then how, sir, we can calculate that work done? Okay, so work done here we have to calculate. Because of that some force, there will be some changes in velocity, no? So work done, which is equal to, we have to know that work done equal to change in kinetic energy. Okay, so change in kinetic energy. So from this we can find the value. So kinetic energy, what's that formula? General formula, kinetic energy equal to half m and the velocity square. Okay, maybe v or u, whatever it is. So kinetic energy equal to half mv square. So work done equal to, so for example, if in that particular object any work is done on that object, means there will be some change in kinetic energy. So from that change in kinetic must be equal to that work done on that object. So we need to find that kinetic energy. Now we know that mass they given, velocity they given, so easily we can find. Okay, so first we have to take that from 5 meter per second to 2 meter per second, no? So kinetic energy, so energy we cannot say in terms of negative. So find first kinetic energy in the first case. That means for 5 meter per second, so half into m into u. Okay, so I'll take that u square. So half into u square means, what is that thing is half into mass, how much they given? 20 they given, and u how much they given? U equal to 5 meter per second, so 5 square. Okay, so that means half into 20 into 25. Okay, so 1 2s are 2, 10 2s are 20, and 25 into 10, 250 joule. Okay, this kinetic energy equal to 250 joule. So for the first case we found that kinetic energy 250. Okay, next to one, the second case we have to find that kinetic energy. So kinetic energy for the second one, so kinetic energy for the second one, half into mass into that v square. Okay, what is the thing is half into m. So mass they given 20 and v they given 2. So 2 square means it will come 4, no? So 1 by 2 into 20 into 4. Okay, so here 1 2s are 2, 10 2s are 20, 10 into 4 40. Okay, so 40 joule. So kinetic energy, so work done equal to change in kinetic energy. So change in kinetic energy means in the first case how much we found? First case work done half into 20 into what is the first case? 25. Okay, so 10 250. Okay, so change in kinetic energy means 250 joule minus 40 joule. So that means work done equal to 250 minus 40 means here 210. Okay, so 210 joule. So work done equal to 210 joule will come. Okay. Okay students, so next question number 9. Okay, so we will move to that question number 9. So what they given in that Question number 9, a certain household has consumed 250 units of energy. So certain household items, maybe whatever it is, maybe refrigerator or whatever it is, okay, so it will take 250 units of 250 units of energy, okay, 250 units of energy. So it consumed 250 units of energy, and during a month, okay. So how much energy in this in joules, okay. So a certain household has consumed 250 units of energy during a month, okay. During a month means, so you have to calculate that, okay. And what is the thing is, 1 unit, how much energy in this in joules, okay, 250 units of energy in a month. So first of all, you have to know that 1 unit of energy, which is equal to how many joules. So 1 unit of energy means, we know that 1 unit is nothing but 1 kilowatt hour. So this is the commercial unit of energy in terms of, okay, so 1 kilowatt hour. So we have to convert into in terms of joule. So 1 kilowatt equal to 1000 watt, and 1 hour equal to 3600 second. So we have to convert in terms of joule means, so 36 into 10 power 3 to 5. So 36 into 10 to the power 5, otherwise 3.6 into 10 power 6 joule, okay. So 1 unit of energy, which is equal to 1 unit, this is 1 unit, that means 1 kilowatt hour in terms of joule mean 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. That means 250 units means, so 1 unit which is equal to 3.6 into 10 power 6 joule. 250 unit means simply we have to multiple that one, okay. So 250 into 3.6, okay. So 250 into 3.6 into 10 power 6, okay. So 10 power 6, okay. Okay, you have to multiple this value. So first we have to multiple this 2, okay, 250 into 3.6. For 10, this 1 point will go that side, 36 will come. So multiple 25 into 36 into 10 power 6, okay. So here 5 6 are 30, no, okay, 2 6 are 12 plus 15 and 75. So 0, 5 plus 5 10 here, and 1 900 into 10 power 6, okay. So I'll write next page. So 900 into 10 power 6 joule. So 900 into 10 power 6 joule means we can able to write this one 9 into 10 power 2, okay. So into 10 power 6. Now that base are same, but powers are different, so we can able to add that one 9 into 10 power 2 plus 6. So that means 9 into 10 power 8 joule, okay. So this much energy is consumed in a month. This is 1 unit in terms of 1 unit, okay. Okay students, so this is that 9 into 10 to the power 8 joule. So this much energy is consumed in that month, okay. So this kind of only we have to work out. Next, any other problem is there? Okay, we will move to that. Okay, the next question is question number 10. Okay, so first I will rub this one. So question number 10. So question number 10, what they given, an object of mass 40 kg is raised to a height of 5 meter. So this is that mass, so 40 kg. So this is raised at a height of 5 meter, okay. So when we are rising at the height of 5 meter above the ground, what is its potential energy? And if the object is allowed to fall, find the kinetic energy when it is halfway down, okay. So first one, when you are rising any object at a particular height, so here I will write that given value, mass equal to 40 kg, and your displacement is 5 meter, okay. So this displacement I will take in terms of h, because rising above, no, so h, okay. So whenever we are lifting any object to certain height, so we can say that kinetic energy of that object will be what's called when you are reduced, but potential energy will be increased due to that change in height, okay. So potential energy will be increasing. So potential energy, what is the potential energy formula? So mgh, okay. So this is the potential energy formula. Whenever you are rising any object at certain height, so that much energy will be attained by that object. So mass, how much they given? So mass is actually 40 kg they given, and g equal to 9.8, and height equal to, what is that height? 5 meter. Okay, so you have to multiple that value, all the values. So for this 10, the decimal point will go here. So 98. So 98 into 4 into 5. So we have to multiple this value. So 4 5s are 20. We have to multiple 98 into 20. Okay, so 8 2s are 16 here, and 9 2s are 18 plus 1 19, and that 0. So 1960. Okay, so potential energy, so in terms of joule, so how much that potential energy? So potential energy PER EP, okay, sorry, EP, so which is equal to 1900 joule. Okay, okay, so this much energy will be attained by that object. Suppose now the object is here, because after you rise with that height, okay, so now it is the sea level, okay, the ground level. When you are released, that object is coming, when it is at the halfway, that means half of the distance. When it is at the half means, what will happen to that potential energy? Okay, and what will happen to that kinetic energy? Okay, see, always you know that the total energy is constant. I said that total energy which is constant. Okay, so total energy means mechanical energy. Mechanical energy means kinetic energy and potential energy. Both also, if you are adding, mean that is constant. So I said in my last class, I think so. Okay, now that when the object is coming half of the way means, so potential energy half of them down. So what happened to the kinetic energy? How much energy half of them down? So that much energy, kinetic energy will get because of that increasing that speed. Okay, so half of that potential energy, okay, half of that potential energy will be getting that kinetic energy. So half into 1900. Can you understand? When you are lifting any object, so potential energy of that object is gained. When you are releasing that object, when it come to half distance, potential energy get reduced off, but kinetic energy half of them increasing. So that means half of the potential energy. So 1 2s are 2, so 1900. So 9 2s are 18, and here 5 2s are 10. So 950 will come. So that means your kinetic energy will be 950 joule. Okay, so remember that one. This is the very important concept, students. When you are releasing that any object, potential energy gradually decreasing. So how much energy, potential energy decreasing, that much energy, kinetic energy will be increasing due to its increasing in speed. So that means always at any point, if you have taken when you are releasing or when you are throwing, the total energy must be constant. Okay, so kinetic energy and potential energy at any point must be constant. This is very important point. Okay, so remember that. Okay, so the energy we cannot say it will be reducing and decreasing. Total energy will be constant always. This two energy will be called as mechanical energy. Okay, so and next one, question number 11. It's a very interesting question, so I will solve that question number 11. Actually, what is the work done by the force of gravity on a satellite moving around the earth? Justify your answer. Okay, now imagine this is that earth. Okay, so earth is flattened, no, so it's the orbit. Okay, so this is that orbit. So along this orbit the satellite is moving. Okay, satellite is moving. Okay, so you have to know that. But as I said in my last class, whenever any object is revolving around that any object, so its displacement must be to the tangential direction. So once if you are releasing means it will go in the tangential direction. Okay, so now the displacement is this direction, but your gravitational force is towards your center. Okay, center of that earth. Okay, so this is the earth and this is that orbit. So now you have to consider it. So force is acting, the gravitational force is acting towards the center, but your displacement is along the tangential direction. So your force and the displacement both are perpendicular to each other. So that means your work done should be 0. Okay, so whenever perpendicular to each other mean that is the work done should be 0, students. So remember that. Okay, anyway students, some more problem is there, so please kindly solve it, try to solve it. So I will say how to do that problem. Okay, so question number 14. So question number 14 is an electric heater is rated 1500 watt. How much energy does it use for 10 hours means? So you have to convert in terms of hours into second. Okay, so 1 unit of current, how much 1 kilowatt? Okay, here 1 unit of current means no need to convert into hour. So 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, so 10 hour means keep the 10 hour, and watt means you have to convert into kilowatt. So you have to multiple that one. Okay, so 1 kilowatt hour equal to 1 unit of current. Okay. Okay, students, the same way you have to do that the remaining problem also. Okay, so and one more question number 17 is there, so I will say how to do that, and question number 20 also there, that also you have to do it. If you know means you can do it. So calculate that work done, the stopping of your car, mass they given and the velocity they given. So work done equal to change in kinetic energy. So how to do that problem is actually work done equal to change in kinetic energy, students. So to stop a car means your final velocity should be 0. So initial velocity u should be 60 kilometer per hour, convert into meter per second, and change in kinetic energy means half m v square and half m u square, and from that big value minus small value you have to know that. So that is the work done. Okay, so anyway this is the today's class, students. So I hope you all understand. So we will see in the next session. Okay. Okay, students, this is that today's class. I hope you all understand, and please take that exercise part, and if you want to solve any question means just solve it. Okay, and you have to know that how energy will be converted into 1 kilowatt hour. This is a commercial unit, so 1 kilowatt hour. So no need to convert into seconds for finding that energy in terms of 1 commercial unit. Okay, and the next thing is whenever you're going to solve that problem, whether what the given data it's sufficient or not, so that kind of you have to solve it. Okay, check it before that you are going to do the problem. So I hope you all understand and clear, and thank you all. We will meet in that next session with next lesson. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you.